In this video, we are going to solve problem based on inequalities of triangle. So inequalities of triangle suggest the relationship between the sides of a triangle. Let's say we have a triangle ABC, so in which the sides are AB, BC, and AC. If we are going to add any two sides of this triangle, then that will always be greater than the third side. This is the inequality, or this is the first inequality we can say. The sum of any two sides of triangle is always greater than third side. So from this picture, we can find that if we are adding this and this two sides, AB and BC, then this will be always greater than the third side, which is AC over here. Likewise, if we are adding any two pairs of side out of this three, then that will be always bigger than the third one. So let's say if we are adding AB with AC, then that will be bigger than the third one, BC. If we are adding AC and BC, then that will be bigger than AB. So these are the three inequalities of triangles. So these are the inequalities of triangle in which we found that the sum of any two sides will always be bigger than the third one. Let's say I'm marking over here the side opposite of this angle A as a small a, and opposite of angle B as a small b, and opposite of angle C as a small c, then the same thing we can write in this way as well, like A plus B, sum of the side A and B is bigger than C. Also, we can write it as another way, like we are taking these two, BC or AC. So if I'm adding A and C, then that will be bigger than B. And if we are adding B and C, then that will be bigger than A. So from this inequality, we got this like adding 2 will always be bigger than the third one. Now from this inequality itself, we can come up with like one more result, that is like if we are subtracting from this first equal inequalities, like A plus B is greater than C. If I'm subtracting B either side, if I'm subtracting B either side, then we'll find that C minus B, here B and B got cancelled. So A is now greater than C minus B. Likewise, if we are doing the same over here, if we are subtracting C from the second inequality, okay, over here A plus C minus C bigger than B minus C. This CC got cancelled. We are getting A is bigger than B minus C. And if we are taking this third one as well, then we'll find that like by subtracting, over here minus B from C plus B on either side, we'll get C is bigger than A minus B. So this indicates that in a triangle, if we are subtracting any two sides, then that will always be as smaller than the third side. So this is just a kind of applications of this inequality one. So here, the inequality one suggests that sum of two is always greater than the third one. So here, this is just an extension of this part. We can say that the difference of any two sides of a triangle, difference of any two sides of a triangle is always smaller than third side. So here we got all these things. Like when we are subtracting any two sides, that will be always lesser than the third side. Now we have another inequalities based on the same thing. Like we have any triangle. Let's say I have taken a triangle over here. Just take it as triangle PQR, and I'm saying that out of these angles, we have angle Q, which is bigger than angle P. Then the side opposite of this angle, which is bigger in value, will be longer in size as compared to that which is smaller. So this is the second inequality. The side opposite of bigger angle is longer in size. So from that we can say that in this triangle, I have taken this triangle in which we have angle P bigger than angle Q. Then we can say that the side opposite of angle P is over here PR. So we can say that PR is bigger than the side opposite of angle P, which is QR. Likewise, in any triangle, if any angle which is bigger in values, then the side opposite of that will be smaller in length, right? So if the side is, if the angle is bigger, then the side opposite will be longer. If the angle is smaller, then the side like side length opposite to that will be smaller in length. So let's just, this is the second inequality. So this inequalities we can say in opposite way also. If side is longer, then the opposite angle will be bigger in value. So if in a triangle the angle opposite to longer sides is bigger in value, right? So let me just take it down so that it will be easier. Okay. So with these three inequalities of triangle, we'll solve a couple of questions to understand all these inequalities in a better way. So here is the questions that we have given. I have taken few example over here. The first one, they have mentioned that triangle ABC in which angle B 30 degree, angle C 70 degree. Then they're asking the greatest and the smallest side respectively. So we have any triangle ABC, let's say ABC, and the angle mentioned is B is 30 degree and angle C is 70 degree. So with this we can say that the angle A will be 80 degree with the help of angle sum properties, right? So sum of three angle is 180. So as the two angles is given 30 and 70, then the third will be what? 100 minus 180 minus 70 and 30 sums, right? So that will give us 80 degree. Now here the greatest side will be the side opposite to the bigger angle over here. So out of these angles, which one is bigger? The one which is angle A, right? Its value is 80 degree. The opposite side is BC. So the greatest one is BC side, and the smallest one is the side which is opposite of a smaller angle. So the a smaller angle is 30, which is angle B. The angle B opposite is this side AC. So the smallest side is AC. So as in the question, this says greatest and smallest respectively, means we have to first look for the greatest and smallest. So greatest is BC, smallest is AC. So our answer will be BC comma AC. So this is given in option number A. So option number A is correct. Now in this question 2 that we have given PQR is a triangle. So let's draw the triangle PQR and mention the given information. QR and PR both are equal. QR and PR are equal, and it mentioned that angle P is 36 degree. So angle P is 36 degree over here. Now they are asking the largest side of the triangle. So as in the given picture, we have given PR and QR equal. So we can say that the angle opposite to equal sides are equal as this is isosceles. So the P angle opposite is, angle P opposite is QR. So PR opposite is what? This angle Q. So as the two sides are equal, then their angle opposite to them will also equal. So this angle will also be 36 degree. Now with the help of angle sum property, we can say that the angle R is nothing but 100 minus 180 minus sum of these two. So 36 plus 36 is 72, right? So 72 minus 180 is 108 degree. Now here in this question, they're asking the largest side. So largest side is side opposite of peak angle. So as in this, angle R is 108, which is largest among these three. So its opposite side is PQ. So the largest side is equal to PQ, which is given in option number 2. Now let's move to another question. Here in this question, they mentioned that in the given figure, angle B, which is BCA, angle B over here, and angle BCA, this angle B and angle BCA, this angle, both are 65 degree, and angle D is given as 30 over here. Then out of this, they are asking which side is bigger. So first, we have given these four options, so we need to take one by one all the options. So it starts from the option number A. They have mentioned BC and AC, so we need to look into the picture. BC is over here and AC is here. So BC and AC are side of this triangle ABC. If we see clearly in this triangle ABC, here this is 65 degrees, this is 65 degrees. So this angle we can find with the help of angle sum property, as the sum of 65 is 130. It means this angle is 50 degrees. Now in this, if we see clearly, BC is opposite, this BC side is opposite of angle A, and this AC side is opposite of angle B. Over here angle B is 65 degree and this is 50 degree. So out of this, angle B is bigger, so its opposite is AC, which is bigger than the side opposite of this angle A, which is BC over here. So we can write that BC less than the side AC. This is the first thing we got. Now let's move to compare this to AC and CD. Once again, if we are looking into the picture, this is AC, which is opposite of angle D, and this is CD, which is opposite of angle A. Now here is the thing that we have to figure out what angle this one is. So again, we need to go for angle sum property of triangle. In this triangle A, B, and D. So if we see clearly, once again, over here, we have the sum of these two is 95, and this angle total is then equal to 85 degree, right? because the sum of this angle, and this angle is equal to 180 with the help of angle sum property of triangle. But here this total is 85 and up to here is 50, means this angle is 35 degree. Now in this triangle ACD, we have angle A which is bigger than angle D. So the opposite of this angle which is 35 is CD. So this CD is bigger than what? The side AC which is opposite of the angle D. So here this is the second relation. Now, if we see over here this one relation and second relation, here AC is bigger than BC and here AC is less than CD. So by combining both of this, we can say that DC is less than AC, which is less than CD. So by this, we are getting that the option number A is correct over here. So we need not to check all these things. If we want, we can like check all of these things one by one. Okay. So let's check the second option. So to check whether this is correct or not. So we need to compare BC and AC. So here first option is correct, right? Already we have seen this. Now here CA is greater than CD. So which is not correct from this inequality number. Second, so option number B is not correct. Now, second option C is they have given BC bigger than AC, but here we are getting BC less than AC, so option number C is also incorrect. Now, if we see option D, BC greater than CA, which is not, already we evaluated this with the help of triangle inequality, that BC less than AC, so this option also incorrect. Only correct option is option number A. Now let's move to another question. This is very, they have given triangle ABC in which CD is altitude on side AB. Then we have to find out of these options which one is true. So as we can find that this they said CD altitude on AB, it means over here 90 and over here also 90. Now in this triangle ADC, this is the longest angle. This angle is 90 degree. It means the rest of the two angles will obviously less than 90, right? So if this is not less than 90 means the triangle will not form. As we know, the sum of three angles of a triangle is only 180 degrees. So this angle and this angle will be obviously less than 90, then only their sum should be equal to 90. So the same way over here in this triangle, this angle and this angle both will be smaller than this angle. So as this angle ADC is 90, which is bigger than these two, so the side opposite of this one will obviously bigger than the side opposite of this angle as well as this angle. So here, if we are looking into this, we have a relation between A, B and H as well as C. So we can say that this B is bigger than H in this triangle AD, in triangle ADC, as well as this angle B is bigger than AD as well, because see this angle, this side is opposite of this angle. Likewise, mark it as equation 1. If we are looking into this triangle BDC, then the side opposite of this angle is A. So this A is bigger than this angle opposite of B is H. And the same way, A is bigger than the side opposite of angle C, which is BD. If we are adding these two, I mean this inequality with this one, then we'll get A plus B is bigger than H plus H is 2H. And the same way, if we are adding these two as well, then we'll get A plus B is bigger than AD plus BD. As in this question, this AD plus BD is, let's say, C that they have given, but here in the question printing mistake is there. So once we add AC and DB, once we add AD and DB, which is equal to what? C. So this AD plus BD is what? C. This is A plus B bigger than C. Now we got two inequality, A plus B bigger than 2H and A plus B bigger than C. If we are again adding these two, then we'll get A plus B plus A plus B is bigger than 2H plus B. Now A plus B is occurring two times, so this is two times of A plus B bigger than 2H plus C. Now if we are dividing both side of this inequality by 2, then as the number 2 is positive number, so there won't be any change in the inequality side, and we'll get this result as A plus B is bigger than 2H over 2 plus C over 2. So that will give us AB is greater than H, over here 2 cancel, so we left with H plus C over 2. So this is given in option number A. So the answer for this question is option A. O is any point in the interior of triangle ABC, then we need to find OB plus OC is either less than AB plus AC, equal to AB plus CA, greater than AB plus CA, or equal to BC. So let's take a triangle ABC. So ABC is a triangle, and take any point O in the interior of this. Let's say O is over here. And now join OA, OB, and OC. Now we need to find that OB plus OC. Okay. So here is OB and this is OC. If we see, if we are going to apply the triangle inequalities of on this triangle, like ABO, let's say just I'm trying to extend this OB to a point D over here. So by doing that, we can now use the triangle inequality in this triangle ABD. So in triangle ABD, we find that the sum of this AB and AD is greater than the third side BD. Now we can figure out this BD is the sum of OB and OD. So we can write this as AB plus AD is greater than OB plus OD. We want to just get a relation between this OB and OC sum. So now as we have taken extended this OB to OD, so for to get some insight on OB, so OB plus OD we are getting. Now if we want OB plus OC, so this is the common part we have to take with the OB and OC. So now this triangle, if we are taking ODC, so in this triangle ODC, we can find that the sum of this OD and CD is bigger than the third side, which is OC. If we are adding this inequalities and this inequality part of this, then we can find that in the left we'll have AB plus AD from first inequality and this OD plus AD, and on the right we have OB plus OD plus OC, right? Now we can find that this OD and OD is on either side as both are positive, so we can directly cancel over here. So we can find that OB and OD got cancelled, so we got AB plus AD plus CD. So here AD plus CD is nothing but equal to AC. and on the right we left with OB plus of OC. So we got the sum of OB and OC is less than the sum of AB and AC. So we can get this result in option number A, which is the sum of OB and OC is less than AB and AC. So this is the way some of the questions we need to just extend some part to get the desired result. So here this is a very good example. You just need to practice one or more times to understand it kind of questions, and the same logic you can use in some of the similar kind of question. Now let's different questions based on the inequalities of triangle. So here I have taken an assertion and reason question. In assertion we have given AD is median of triangle ABC, then BC plus AB plus AC is greater than 2AD. So whether this reason is true or false, we have to check. So let's say we have a triangle ABC and a median of this triangle is given AD. So median, this is median means this will divide this side BC into equal parts. So now by doing this, okay, we can find that this ABD is one triangle and ADC is two triangle, which is divided by the median. So if we are using the inequality in this triangle and in this triangle separately, then by adding both of these inequality, we may check whether this inequality is satisfied or not. So if we are checking this in triangle ABD, triangle AB and D, if we are adding the two sides AB and BD over here, AB and BD, then that will be bigger than this third side AD. The same way, if we are adding like using the triangle inequality in this triangle ADC, so we find that AC plus CD is greater than AD. So if we are adding this both of this inequality, then we can find that this AB plus BD plus AC plus CD is bigger than AD plus of AD. Now here, this BD plus of CD, BD plus CD is equal to BC, so we can write it as AB plus of BD, and this CD is nothing but BC, and this AC bigger than 2 times of AD. So this option number, like the assertion that they have given is true. Now we need to check the reason. The angle opposite to equal sides of a triangle are equal. So this is the obvious result, as we know the inequality is the side opposite to the like the angle opposite to the bigger side is bigger. If all the sides are equal, then obviously the angle opposite to that will also be equal. So this is so true. But this reason is not like explaining anything about the assertion. So the correct option will be both assertion and reason are true, but R is not correct explanation for A. For A. So we have another question over here based on the assertion and reason. The assertion is given as in a quadrilateral ABCD, we have the sum of the four sides is greater than 2 times of diagonal AC. So we just have to check this. If we are looking into this picture, ABCD is a quadrilateral in which the diagonal AC is given. So if we are using the inequality of triangle, if we are adding these two sides of this triangle ABC, then we will find that AB plus BC is bigger than AC. And in the same way, we are using inequality over here, adding these two sides, that AD plus of CD, then that will give us greater than the diagonal AC. By adding both of these inequality, we may find that AB plus BC plus AD plus CD greater than 2 times of AC. So this is the correct assertion that they have given. And the second statement, the reason they have given the sum of any two sides of a triangle is greater than the third side. So this is also true. And this is explaining the assertion as we got the result like AB plus BC plus CD plus AD is greater than 2 times of AC with the help of this reason, right? So in this question, both assertion and reason are true, and the reason is the correct explanation for the assertion. So A is correct. Now we have another question in this that they have given sum of altitude of a triangle is blank than the perimeter of a triangle, and the given option are greater, equal, half, or less. So let me take a triangle. We have given a triangle ABC, and I'm just going to take the median for each side or altitude over here. In the question, they have given altitude. If I'm drawing the altitude for the side BC and altitude on the side AC and altitude on the side AB. Let me just do it once again. Okay, so these are the altitude of this triangle. Now we need to just mark this as, let's say this is AD and this is PE and this is PF. Now we need to check whether the sum of altitude of these triangles are greater or equal or less or half than the perimeter of this triangle. Now if we look into the picture carefully, like in this median AD, as this is a median, so we can find that this altitude, this is the altitude, means this is 90. So the opposite of this is AC. So AC is bigger than the rest of the two sides. And the same way here we can find in this triangle, this is 90 degrees. So opposite of this is AB. So if we are looking carefully for this median in this triangle as well triangle, we can find that the opposite side is AC here, which is bigger than the median AD. The same, if we look for this median in this triangle ABD, so AB is opposite to 90, so this AB is bigger than the altitude AD. So if we are adding both of this, we can find that AB plus of AC is bigger than 2 times of AD. This is inequality 1. Now the same way like we did for this median, if we are looking for the median BE, so for median BE, for altitude BE, this is 90. It means the opposite of this is AB, and over here this is also 90. So opposite of this angle is BC. So from these two we can say that AB is bigger than the altitude BE, as well as this BC is bigger than the altitude BE. By adding both of this, we'll get that AB plus BC is greater than 2 times of BE. Mark it as 2. The same way, if we are going for this altitude PF, over here this is 90 degree and here also 90 degree. It means the opposite of this 90 is AC, so AC will be bigger than CF, so we can mark it as AC bigger than CF. And the same way in this triangle, angle this is 90, so opposite is BC, so BC is bigger than the altitude EF. By adding both of these, we'll get this as AC plus BC is greater than 2 times of CF. So this is the third inequality. Now, if we are adding these three inequalities together, on the left we have AB plus AC, here we have AB plus BC, here we have AB plus BC, and on the right 2AD, 2BE, 2CF. So we'll get by adding this AB, AB, H2AB. Now here AC and here AC, 2AC, and here we have BC and here also BC. 2BC is bigger than 2 times of AD, 2 times BE, 2 times of CF. 2BE plus 2CF. Now, if we figure out over here that 2 is common in all, so we can take 2 common. So AB plus AC plus BC. And on the right also we have 2 common. So AD plus of BE plus CF. So this 2 is gonna cancel. We'll get this as AB plus AC plus BC is bigger than AD plus BE plus CF. Means these are the sum of altitude and these are the sum of the side, and this is perimeter. So now we are getting that the perimeter is bigger than the sum of altitude, or we can say that the altitude of a triangle is less than the sum of the altitude sum is less than perimeter of triangle. So this is given in option number, when the sum of altitude of a triangle is less than the perimeter of triangle. So option number C is correct. Now let's move to another question. Here we have given in this picture AP is altitude on this side QR, and we have given PR. This one is bigger than QP, and we have further given PS equal to PQ. In this question, we have given in the given figure AP altitude on QR and PR is bigger than PQ and PS, PQ both are equal. Now we need to find out of these options which one is correct. So if we see the option number A, B, C, and D, so over here, as this is altitude, means this is 90, this is also 90. So APQ is a right angle triangle. Now this option is asking about AP and QP both are equal. With this information, we cannot find whether PQ and QP are equal. This is only possible if this angle and this angle both are given equal. But in this question, they have not given. So we cannot see anything about option number A, whether this is like correct or not. So hold on for a moment. Now let's check about AP and AQ. So if we see picture once again, AP and AQ, AP they said bigger than AQ, so which is completely incorrect as this is 90 degree. So opposite of this is AQ and this AP is opposite of this angle. Obviously this angle is less than 90. So here this AQ is bigger than AP as AQ is opposite of the bigger angle. So option number B is incorrect. If we look into the option number C, they said APS, I mean this angle APS is bigger than APQ. As here, as this is altitude, so both of this angle should be 90 degree, both are equal. So this option is also incorrect. Now let's look into the fourth option which is given. AR, this is bigger than AQ. Now let's try to figure out once again. Over here, the given information is PS and PQ are equal, and as this is 90 degree, so we can find that the two triangle, this triangle and this triangle are congruent because of this side is common for both of this triangle. This is 90 and this is equal to this one. So by side angle side, these two are equal. I mean, these two triangles are congruent. So their corresponding side, this AQ, will be equal to A. Right. Now, once we get this information, now we have to just go for checking this AR and AS relation. If we are finding relation between AR and AS, then that will be true for AR and AQ as well, because we got this AQ and AS both are equal. Now, if we see in this over here, this PS is smaller than PR. So if we see this PS is smaller than PR, so this PS is smaller than PR. Now, as this APS and APR both are right angle triangle, so as this is positive, so if we are taking the square of this, so that will also be bigger. So PS square is less than PR square. Now, if I'm adding this AP square in this inequality, so PS square plus AP square is less than PR square plus of AP square. Now, if we see clearly, this in this triangle APS, AP square plus PX square is equal to nothing but A square. So instead of this, we can write it as AS square. And in the same way, in this triangle APR, we can find that AP square plus of PR square is equal to AR square. So this is equal to nothing but AR square. As both AS and AR are the sides, so both are positive. So this square will be equal to what? Like if we are neglecting the square, then this AS square less than AR square means AS will be less than AR. So from this, we got this AS is less than AR, and over here we have AS is equal to AQ. So in place of AS, if we are keeping AQ, means AQ is less than AR. So with this, we are getting this option number D, which is AR bigger than AQ or AQ less than AR. So option number D is correct. Option A is not correct because of that this angle, if they are mentioning, then only possible if this both are equal, then only the side opposite to them are equal. So this option is incorrect. Only option number D is correct. Now let's move to another question. Here we have given a rectangle ABCD. In this figure, a point P is given on side CD and the length of PC is 9, BP is 15 and AB is 14. Then we have to find the relation between this alpha, beta and gamma for the triangle APB. As they said ABCD is rectangle, means each of the angles will be 90 degree, means this is 90, right? Okay, now here BP is 15 and PC is 9, then we can find the length of BC. As see here, in order to find between alpha, beta, and gamma, as the angles are not given, but the side of the side is given. If we know the side length AP, then based on the properties of triangle, the angle opposite to bigger side is bigger, or angle opposite to a smaller sides are smaller, will be evaluated. So for that we need to find this, and we cannot find this directly. We need to know the length of this length and this length. As the ABCD is a rectangle, so whatever be the BC length, AD will be same. And as AB and CD both are equal, so total AB is 15, 14 and PC is 9. It means DP is equal to 5. Now we need to find the BC, and that is nothing but AD. So if we are using the Pythagoras theorem over here, so this 15 square is the hypotenuse, which is equal to the sum of BC square and BC square. So we can directly write the BC is equal to a square root of, which is 225, minus a square of 9, which is 81. So if we subtract this, it will come 144, which is a square of 12. So that will give us BC length as 12. So BC 12 means opposite side AD is also 12. Now this angle also 90. So here also right angle triangle is forming. So with the Pythagoras theorem again 12 and 5, that will give us AP. So AP is equal to, if you remember the scaling triplet, then you can directly say this is 13 only, or you can go for finding the value 12 square plus 25 square, right? So this is 144 and this is 25. That will give you 169, and root of 169 is 13. So AD is equal to 13. Now in this in this triangle ABC, the sides are, I mean, in this triangle APB, the sides are 14, 15, and 13. The bigger one is 15. The opposite is alpha, means alpha is bigger, and the next here bigger than 15, smaller than 15 is 14. So opposite of this is beta, then beta, which is bigger than gamma. So alpha is the greatest angle, then beta, and then gamma. So which is given in option number A. So option number A is correct. Now here we have given another question. X is a point on side QR of triangle PQR such that this PX is equal to PR. So if we see in triangle PXR, the two sides are equal. It means the angle opposite to them, this side will also equal. So opposite of PR is this. Let's say this is X, and opposite to this PX is this. Let's say this is also X. Now we need to prove that, I mean, PQ is bigger than PX. So if we see the picture carefully, PQ is opposite of this angle, and PX is opposite of this angle. So if we are able to figure out the relation between this angle, let's say this is angle number 1 and this is angle number 2, then we can able to show that this PQ and PX both are equal. Let it mark it as angle 3 and this as angle 4. Now if we carefully pick this triangle PXR, then we can find that this angle 1 is equal to sum of angle 4 and angle X with the exterior angle property. Exterior angle property. See, this angle plus this angle equal to this angle. Likewise, we can use the exterior angle property in this PQX triangle. Angle 3 plus angle 2 is equal to this angle X. So in these two equations, if we are like substituting the value of X equal root angle 3 plus angle 2 in this first one, then we'll get angle 1 plus, angle 1 is equal to angle 4 plus angle 3 plus angle. So here this angle 1 is equal to angle 2 plus angle 3 plus angle 4. So over here this angle 2 we are getting by adding this value, angle 3 and angle 4. Here these angles all are positive. It means that this angle 2 is smaller than angle 1. So here it means angle 1 is bigger than angle 2. So as angle 1 is this one, which is bigger than this angle, means opposite side is PQ. So PQ is bigger than the opposite of angle 2, which is PX. So this way we can prove this kind of question. So as this proof is just to understand the process, if such kind of question given, so we just need to follow the same step, and then accordingly we can check the options given in exam. Now we have given another question. In this question we have given figure. We need to find the sum of this angle EAB, angle ABC, ABC, angle BCD, BCD, CDE, and DEA. We need to find the sum of all these angles. It means if we simply look into the picture, this angle EAB, and then ABC means this angle, then BCD means this angle, CDE means this angle, and DEA means this angle. So these are the, if you see this A, B, C, D, E is nothing but a pentagon, and these all are the angles of the pentagon. So we can just use the formula for finding the pentagon, like sum of all interior angle of a polygon formula. So which is given by n minus 2 into 180 degree. As here this is a pentagon, so this is 5 minus 2 times 180 degree. So this is 3 into 180, so which is equal to 540 degree. So let's move to some another question based on the inequalities of triangle. Here we have given side BC of triangle ABC is produced to E, and CE is drawn perpendicular on side AC such that angle ABC ratios are given. Then we need to find the angle ECD. So first let's draw the triangle ABC. Here we have triangle ABC, and further integration they said CE is drawn perpendicular on AC. So D is produced from side BC. If we are producing this to side BC to a point, let's say I'm increasing to here. This is a point. Now on AC side, a perpendicular is drawn, which is CE. So if we are drawing a perpendicular over here, I'll just draw a perpendicular here. So this is perpendicular CE. Now it means this is 90 degree, right? So as they have given, these angles are in ratio 3, 2, and 1. So we can take it as 3x, 2x, and this one as x. Now as the sum of all angle of a triangle is 180, means 3x plus 2x plus x is measure 180. So upon solving this, we'll get 6x is equal to 180, means x is equal to 30 degree. So this angle is nothing but 30 degree, and this is 90 degree. In this question, they are asking ECD angle, means this angle. So here, this angle, and this angle together making a straight line. It means this angle should be equal to 60. Then only it will give us the sum of these three angles equal to 180 degree. So our answer for this question is ECD is equal to 60 degree. Now, in this question, we have given this figure ABC. Angle A is given 62, ABC angle is given 54 degree, and they said OB and OC are angle bisector of angle B and C. Then we need to find angle BOC, this angle. So as ABC is a triangle, so angle sum property will give this angle. So here 62 and 52 sum is equal to 116. So the angle C will be equal to 180 minus of 116, which is equal to 64 degree. So this angle is 64 degree. Now, as OP and OC are angle bisector, it means this angle is equal to this angle, means this is just half of 62. It means this is 32 degree. And this is also angle bisector, means this equal to this, means this angle is half of 52, which is 27. So the sum of these two, 70, 27 and 50, 32 is equal to 59 degree. So this angle BOC is equal to what? 180 minus of 59. So that is going to give us 121 degree. So angle BOC is equal to 121 degree. With one of the concept that I already discussed before, this is the angle bisector. It means this angle BOC is directly equal to 90 plus half of this angle, half of this angle. So 62 divided by 2 is going to give us 31. So if we are adding these two, that will be equal to 121. So either of the method we can follow. If you remember this, hence then this will be easier. As this is the interior bisector of these two angle B and C, then this angle will be equal to half sum of the half of this A angle with 90 degree. And if it is in the exterior, means that will be equal to 90 minus half of the base angle. So this is the question that is based on the properties of triangle. And let's move to another question. This is very interesting question. So I have taken one more question like this. Let me just go with this question first. Drawn to scale and we need to find the values for x. So here we have given the two sides as 8 centimeter and 7 centimeter. 8 and 7, and the third one is 6. So with the property that we have learned, the sum of two sides is always greater than third side. With that, we can find the value of x over here. Like x is less than the sum of 8 and 7 because the sum of the two sides is bigger than third side. So it means x is less than 15. This is the one result we got. And also we have learned the difference of two sides is always smaller than the third side. So if we are taking the difference of these two, I mean 8 minus 7. So this will be less than the third side, which is x. So over here 8 minus 7 is 1, which is less than x. So we are getting the value of x, which is bigger than 15, which is less than 15, but bigger than 1. So if we draw a number line, and if we are marking a value of x bigger than 1, let's say this is 1. So a value bigger than 1 means it will be all the numbers which is bigger than 1. It might be any bigger number, right? Any natural number or integer number, or you can say rational number, right? So over here, this one. Now this is what x value is bigger than 1. Now here x value is less than 15, means if this is 15, so all the values of x which is less than 15, so which is like this. So for these two region, which is the common, if we look for the common one, so common is from here to here. It means the value of x is less than 15 and greater than 1. So the possible values of x are between 1 and 15. This both 1 and 15 should not be included. If we are taking x1, so 7 plus 1 is 8, which is equal to the third side, which is like against the laws of inequalities. And the same way, we should not take x value 15. It should be between these two values, a1 and 15. Now, the values of x and y. So let me just start with the first question over here. We have given a triangle, right angle triangle, in which the other two angles are 45, 45. So this is a case isosceles right angle triangle. It means both of these sides will be equal with the concept side opposite to equal angles are equal. It means these two angles are equal, so their opposite side is this, and this should be equal. So with this, we can find that x is equal to 30. Now, in order to find the value of y, we need to go for using the Pythagoras theorem, as y is the hypotenuse. So y is equal to the square root of the square sum of these two values. So this is 30 square plus x square, and x value is 30 only. So this is 30 square. So here 1 time 30 square and 1 time over here. So this is 2 times of 30 square. So this 30 will come out because this is making a pair or a scaling number. So 30 times of root 2 is the value of y. Now let's look into this question. We have given a triangle in which the two angles are 30 degree and 60 degree, and one is 90 degree. So this is a right angle triangle. We need to find the value of x and y. This is triangle A, B, and C. This AC is given x and AB is given y, BC is given 45. So in order to solve this kind of question, we just have to divide the triangle in a isosceles triangle. Means we need to divide this angle, this 90 degree, in such a way that like equal to either of this angle. Let's say I'm taking PE such that this angle equal to this angle 60 degree. So by as this angle ABC is 90, if I have taken this angle as 60 degree, then the rest of the angle, I mean this angle will be 30 degree. Now if you look into this triangle ABE, the two angles are 60 60, means the third angle will also be equal to 60 degree. So because of the three angles all are equal, means this triangle ABE is what? An equilateral triangle. So all the side length will be equal. So here AB is given as y. So this PE is also equal to y, and then this AE also equal to y. So from here we got AP is equal to BE is equal to AE, all equal to y because of I equilateral triangle, right? Triangle ABC is equilateral. AB is equilateral. Now, if we see this triangle BCE, this angle and this angle both are equal, means the side opposite of equal angle should also be equal. So, opposite of this angle is this side, and opposite of this angle is this side. It means this EC is also equal to the y. So, here this is also equal to y, right? Now, if we see clearly, the value of AB is y, and the value of AC is equal to AE plus of EC. And here there is y, here there is also y. So this total AC is equal to 2y. But in the question they have given AC is equal to x. So by that we are getting a relation that x is equal to 2y. Now, if we are using the Pythagoras theorem in this triangle ABC, as this is y, this is 45, and this is 2y, then we can find that the square of the hypotenuse, which is 2y over here, is equal to squares of the other two sides. Now, upon solving this, we will get the values of y, and then that value of y we need to plug over here to get the value of x. So this is 4y square, and if you are shifting this to the left, this is minus y square. So this is equal 3y square is 15. So y square is equal to 45 by 3. So y is equal to y square is equal to, I mean, over here this is 45 square, 45 square. So 45 square by 3. So we need to solve this for y. So if we are taking a square to this side, we can write this as 45 by root 3 whole square is equal to y square. Now the powers are same, means they should also same. So y is equal to 45 by root 3. This is also our answer, and as the denominator is a rational number, so we can make it rational by rationalizing both numerator and denominator. So 45 by root 3 is there. So we can multiply by root 3 and divide by 3. Root 3. That is going to give us y is equal to, root 3 is 3, 45 times root 3. Now this 45 is getting cancelled by 3 as 15. So the value of y is 15 root 3, and then the value of x is 2 times of that, 2 times of 2 times of 5. So the value of x will be equal to 30 root. So this is the way we can solve the question. The main uh, concept is we just have to break the right angle into the two parts, such that like by taking one of the angle equal to the any one angle of the given triangle. So let's see over here this question. In this question we have given hypotenuse is equal to 46, this angle 60, this angle 30. It means this is 90 degree. So our aim is to like draw a line on the hypotenuse such that, let's say I'm taking this as E, then I have taken this as 60 degree because this angle equal to 60. So if I'm taking this as 60, means this angle will be 30 degree. Now if I'm marking this as B, A and C, in this triangle PAE will be equilateral triangle, because this 60, this 60, this 60 means this is x, means this side also x, this side also x. Now in this triangle BEC, as this angle is equal to this angle, so their opposite side also equal. It means opposite to this is this part, and opposite to this is this. It means this is also equal to x. So over here we can find that here to here is x, and here to here is also x. So AC is equal to AE plus EC, which is 2x. But given that it is 46, means x is equal to 46 by 2, means we are getting the value of x equal to 23. Now the value of x is 23 and the hypotenuse is 46. So we can find the value of y, the Pythagoras theorem. So here this is 46, which is hypotenuse. So y square is equal to 46 square minus of 23 square. So we can find the value of y. So y square is equal to a minus b, a plus b identity if we are using. So this is going to give us 46 minus of 23. So 9 and 6. And over here this is 23. So y square is equal to 69 into 23, and we can find that this is equal to 69 is nothing but 3 times of 23. So this is 3 times of 23 into 23. So the y value is equal to square root of 3 times of 23 times of 23. So this is making pair, so it will come out of root. So 23 and root 3 will be inside. So 23 root 3 is the value of y, and the value of x is 23. So the answer for this question is x is 23, y is 23 root 3. Now let's move to the this tree example. So let me take this down a little bit down. So we have given the two angle as 60 and 30 means obviously this is 90-degree, right? Now the same thing we have to do, we need to take a line. Let me mark it as ABC. We need to take a line over here such that this angle equal to 60. If this is 60 means this is obviously 60 because some angle some property, right? So now this total angle is 90 means this is also 30. So as this is equilateral triangle means this is equal to this is equal to this means this is x, this is also x. Now in this triangle ABE, this angle and this angle both are equal means angle this opposite is x, so angle this opposite is also x means this is equal to x. So AC is now equal to 2x, which is given as y, so we can say that y is equal to 2x. So here in this triangle we got the base as 48, this is x and this is 2x. If we are using the Pythagoras theorem means like 2x square minus x square is equal to 48. So 2x square minus x square is equal to 48 square. So that is going to give us 4x square minus x square is equal to 48 square. So this is 3x square is equal to 48x square. We want the value of x. So this is x square is equal to 48 into 48 divided by 3. So we can find it as 16. So x square is equal to 48 times of 16. So we can find the value of x as root of this 48 times of 16. Just need to solve this. So upon solving this, you can find that 16 is nothing but 48 is nothing but 3 times of 16, right? So 3 into 16 into 16. Here 16 is making pair, so x is like 16 will come out of the root 16 and root will be 3 will be inside. So x value is 16 root 3 and we got this x value is 16 root 3 and we got this y is 2 times of x. So x is 16 root 3, then y value is equal to what? Double of that, 16 to the 32 root 3. So here the two example I have discussed in which in a right angle triangle the two angles are one is 30, other one is 60. One is 30, other one is 60. So here always we can figure it out as we are getting this in this case when the two angles are one is 30, one is 60, then the hypotenuse is just double of the one of the side over here, right? So here we can see that dx is x, then hypotenuse is 2x. Already we have seen the same thing in the first question, second question over here 60 and 30. So hypotenuse is double of just the other side which is missing over there. We just need to use this formula, use this result to get the solution for this kind of question. So as this is a very simple question, as they said this is 45 degree, this is 45 degree means this is 90 degree, right? Because of angle sum property. Let me just take it down so that we can explain it. Okay. So this is a right angle triangle because 45 means this is 90 degree and the two sides are given. So this is hypotenuse. So x square is equal to 37 square plus 37 square. So this is 2 times of 37 square. So x value is equal to like root of 2 times of 37 square. This is a perfect squaring number to 37 will come out of this. So 37 times of root 2 is the value of x. So this is the way we can solve this kind of question. So cover. Let's see. We have some simple question. Other than an equilateral triangle, angle opposite to the longest side is greater. Let's say we have a triangle which is not an equilateral, triangle ABC, in which BC is greatest. So BC is greatest, it means BC will be bigger than the other two sides, AB and AC. So by the properties of inequality of triangle, the angle opposite of bigger side is bigger. So angle opposite of BC is angle A, means angle A is bigger than angle C, which is opposite of side AB. The same way, angle A is bigger than angle B, which is opposite of side AC. Now, if we are adding both of these, means angle A plus angle A is bigger than angle C plus angle B, means 2 times angle A is bigger than angle C plus of angle B. Now, further, if we are adding both side angle A means B plus C is over here. If we are adding the third side means third angle means the sum of angle will form. So angle 2 times of A and adding angle A on either side. So by doing this, right side is become sum of all angles. So it is equal to 180, means in place of ABC we can write 180, and this is 3 times of angle A. Now if we are dividing both sides by 3 means angle A is bigger than 180 by 3 means angle A is bigger than 60 degree. So our answer for the question is option number A. Now let's move to the next question. Here we have given a triangle ABC in which the side AB and side BC is given as 2001 and side AB is 1002 unit. Then the number of possible value of AC where AC are integer. So we just have to use the so by the triangle inequalities we can say that like the sum of any two sides is always bigger than the third side. So with that we can say that 1002 plus 2001 is bigger than AC, means by adding this is 3003 is bigger than AC, means AC value is less than 3003. And also, if we are using the concept that the difference of two sides is always bigger than, always less than the third side, so we can say that the difference of 2001 minus of 1002 is less than the third side AC. Means over here, the value of AC is bigger than the difference of these two. So over here, 2001 minus of 1002 is 999. So AC is lying between 3003 to 999. So between these two integers, we need to find the number of integers. So the number of values is equal to values is equal to the difference of these two minus 1. So just try to understand why we are doing minus 1. If I'm saying that between 2 and 5, how many integers are there? So the integer between this is 3 and 4, right? But the difference of this is 5 minus 2 is 3, right? So the difference is 3, but we have only two number between. That means in this difference we are either of the number this or this we are counting, so we have to just remove that number. So for that reason we are subtracting 1 over here. So by doing that we are going to get this as 3003 minus of 1000, so that will become 2003. So the possible numbers of like integers that AC can take is nothing but 1003. Let's move on to this last questions. So we have given a triangle ABC. We have given a triangle ABC, in which angle B is given as 70, angle C is given as 50, and AD is bisector of angle BAC. Hence, the this angle and this angle both are equal. Now we need to find the angle BAD. So over here, if we see angle B is 70, angle C is 50, means this angle A will be equal to 80 as, 60 degree, right? Because the sum of these two angles is 120, 70 plus 50 is 120. If we are subtracting 120 from 180, means this total is equal to 60 degree. Angle A is equal to 60. Now, as angle this one is bisector of angle A, means angle A is 60, means this is 30, this is also 30. Now look into this angle BAD, which is 30. So option number B correct, and also option C also correct, because angle BAD is half of angle BAC. So both option B as well as option C both are correct. Now the question number 44 is asking for the greatest side of triangle ABC. Triangle ABC greatest side is the side which is opposite of bigger angle, as angle A is 60, C is 50, and B is 70. So angle B is bigger. So angle B opposite is side AC. So AC is the opposite side of triangle ABC. So we can find that option number B is not given as this and respectively, means we have to first write the greatest of triangle ABC, which is given in option A. So option A is correct, this is not correct, this is not correct, this is not correct. We can check DC also. See, they said the smallest side of triangle ACD. So for triangle ACD, this angle is 50, this is 30. So this is 70 plus 30, this is 100, right? So the smallest angle is angle A. Opposite of this is this side, which is CD or DC. So option number B is correct. So I hope all the doubts that is there will be clarified. If it's still any doubt is there, you may reach out to me, then try to